law is a principle
Glory to
based on the
God.
predictable consequence of an act. And confession.
All right, we want to get ready and prepare ourselves as we're about to get into our teaching this evening. I want to thank all of you for being on the line with us, and I know that there are others of you that is coming on the line. We ask everyone tonight to get a seed in of $11.11. Some of you would do that 8 times. Some of you would do that 5 times. Some of you would do that for everyone that is in your household, because God is calling you into a season of mastery, where you're going to master your physical body, you're going to master your mind, you're going to master your emotions, you're going to master your housing situation, you're going to master relationships, you're going to master your finances, you're going to master your career, you're going to master your ministry, you're going to master your gifts, you're going to master your talents. We're talking about mastery tonight, as we're going to be discussing mastering this walk of faith. On Sunday, we were talking about and discussing and giving you some keys and some clues on the difference between the master and the masses. I want to ask you a question today. Do you want to be a master? Do you want to master your finances? Do you want to master your situation? Do you want to master your home? Do you want to master your children? Do you want to master your mate? Now, when I'm saying the word master, I'm not referring to you dominating them or enslaving them. I'm talking about you mastering you and mastering how you communicate, how you deal with them, how to master your children. And many times things show up in our life, and sometimes we say prayer and we say amen, and we say amen to this, and we say amen to different things in our life. And I believe in this teaching, and one of the teachings, we talked about that word amen in one of our teachings. And we talked about the deeper meaning of that word amen. But you got to watch what you say amen to, because that word amen has a deeper meaning. Even before Jesus, the time of Jesus, people realized the power of the word amen. Because to the Egyptians, that word amen was connected to great leaders such as Pharaoh, Amen Hutah was his name. Tutin Amen and Amen Ra. And that was just a few. So we see that to the Egyptians, Amen actually meant master or ruler. You didn't know that. And so whatever you unite your amen to becomes your master and rules you. People talk about different things, or maybe a new strand of some kind of a virus flu going around, and you blunt out, I sure hope I don't get it. And you have to know what you are decreeing, because it becomes established in a fear consciousness. So what you're doing, you're saying amen to the possibility of coming down with it. Not that this means that you will get it, but it establishes your vulnerability to it. It's like the woman when I was on a plane flying from Europe. And we was up in first class. Two lovely ladies were speaking about their children, how many children they had, and one woman asked the other lady, my child just got over the the measles. And the other woman says to her, "No, my child has not gotten the measles yet." Now, cancel. Now, notice, the child was only 5 years of age, but the mother was decreeing some words. She said, "My child has not gotten the measles yet." So, which goes to show us that at some point her child is going to get the measles. Why? Because she sent out a word. She was saying an amen to it. My child has not gotten the measles yet, which meant that she was expecting for her child to get the measles. Now, that 5-year-old is innocent, a clean slate of paper. But what the mother said, she began to set off a chain of events. So she was saying amen to the possibility of her child coming down with it. Not to mean that the child was going to get it, but it established the child's vulnerability. It weakened the child's immune system. Remember, whatever you unite your amen to becomes your master and rules you. We're talking about mastery today. And as soon as you unite any thought with your amen, with feeling, you give it the full power of your mental acceptance. That thought becomes your master or your ruler, and that thought will be made manifest in your conscious world, in your experiences. Now, when we catch the application or the implication of amen, you can see the error of traditional prayer. "Oh God, I'm sick and troubled." Cancel. Help me. You're saying amen. What this says is that your sickness and troubles are what you are really believing in. You're saying amen to limitation. See, we're talking about mastery here today, because masters don't use careless words. Masters guard their spirits. Masters guard their minds. They guard their hearts because the issues of life comes out of that. Masters. So we're talking about mastery today. Do you want to be a master, or do you want to flow with the masses? Do you want to be a master, or do you want to be a slave? Watch your amens. And this is the truth, is what you're saying. I accept it. Do you really accept it? Do you also accept the fact that you are a miserable sinner? Come on now. We're talking about amen. I want you to move into a degree of mastery today. So we should never voice any prayer on which we are not willing to put the stamp of amen. So you see, amen is much more than a word. It is a particular force. It is a particular energy. It is a power of consciousness. And anytime you accept something as true, you're saying amen to it. If you're saying that you're lacking right now, you're saying amen to it. If you're saying that you're sick in your body, you're saying amen to it. If you're saying that your child is hard-headed, you're saying amen to it. If you're saying that you get on my nerves, you're saying amen to it. If you're saying I can't stand you, you're saying amen to it. And cancel to all of that. And you can be sure that if there is some difficulty in your life in some way at some time, you've said amen to it. Because amen means it is so. Amen means master. Amen means ruler. And the fundamental truth, or is it a fundamental truth, that you will never experience anything in the world of your body and affairs that you have not previously accepted in one form or another into your mind and heart. And this is what I like to call the law of acceptance. What have you been accepting in your life? Because masters decide, masters decree, masters understand the power of choice.
And this is the implication of the great amen.